Covering all things LEGO, from Minneapolis to Fiverton and LEGO cities beyond. It's breaking news.
What's going on there, LEGO fans, and welcome to another episode of Breaking News with your hostesses with the mostesses. Now, if you're a fan of LEGO and you remember a time where you had a landline and you were excited when the phone rang and you ran to answer it, well then, chances are you're going to enjoy this podcast.
Now, are we talking corded or wireless?
Oh, definitely corded. When it was wireless, that was insane. I remember our first wireless call, like phone setup. I was like, this is incredible. You had to pick it up. It was still huge. Yep. And it had this antenna. Hello? So nuts. You had to crank it out, because if you walked away from it, I mean, it was incredible technology. I'm like, oh, it's wireless? We don't have a cord? Like, these cords were just, like, they're 20 feet long. Yeah. They were insane. But, yeah. Do you remember your home phone number when you were a kid? Do you still have it memorized?
I do.
Not only do I have my home phone number memorized when I was a kid, but also my other home phone number when I was a little kid in California, 489-5622. Still remember it. Phone number here. Now it's my mom and dad's phone number, so I can't say it. I think they still have their landline. And then I also have my best friend's phone number memorized. Yeah. That was easy. I didn't have so much the numbers memorized, but just I knew where the buttons were. Doot, 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 doot. Hi, is Wyandotte? So it was great stuff, man.
There's a kid that was in my class, one of my friends. I still remember his number, not by the digits, because I remember the first time I asked him, I said, what's your phone number? And he gave me the alpha characters. Oh. He's like, it's rad def 1. I'm like, what?
You know what? Whatever works.
I don't know. I guess you'll never know what area code, though.
Yeah. Now we get calls on our cell phones like, oh, I don't recognize that. Hang up. But
your phone tells you scam likely.
It was a whereas
before it's like, oh, it might be my friend.
A mad dash to the phone. I got it. Hello, is your mom or dad home? Yeah, hold on. Mom. You know, it was just like, and you'd yell. Whoever's phone, like, it was my sister Lori. Lori, phone's for you. Okay. Those were simpler times, you know. It's the same thing when people knock on your door. Yeah. You know, now it's like, oh, who's at our door? You're like looking out like,
I don't know them.
I'm not expecting a delivery, you know. Yeah. Now we have the ring door. I'm like, who is it? Who is it? Okay, we can answer. Oh, and open up the door. Stranger danger. But yeah, it's so crazy. And like Ubers. Like back in the day, you were taught not to get into strangers' cars.
Now you order them.
Now you order them. Man, times have really changed. Huh, Jimmy? Mm-hmm. I didn't notice you there, but I wonder how, what's it like growing up as a kid right now? Is it great?
It's great.
I'll bet it's great.
I mean, the life that I'm living right now, it's like not really that great, but it's like good, I guess.
Oh, it sounds great.
Well, what are the necessities, Jimmy, that I always tell you? There's 3 basic things, right?
Roof over my head, clothes on my back, and food on the table.
Yep.
Where's the Lego?
I have a funny Jimmy story really quick. So we had people over looking at the Lego City. Okay. And Jimmy likes to come down and check it out too, you know, help out with the tour. And towards the end of the visit, I don't know how it was brought up, but Jimmy, he said what we should do is take the end of the downtown area, and then you have Ninjago Valley, right? Yep. He's like, right there where that dip is, take all of the city out, just remove it, and put like a couch there and a TV or something there, so that he can come down and chill in the basement, you know. And I'm thinking, this is interesting, because I'm sure that 99% of kids would trade their foosball tables, their whatever couches in the basement, for a massive Lego city that takes up every square foot.
Well,
I would not sell a nice couch for Lego. I already have enough Lego in our basement, so yeah.
You can never have enough Lego in the basement, Jimmy. Come on.
It's literally stuffed full of Lego. It's like, if you go down there, you're like, What's over here? Oh, that's Lego. That's Lego. That's Lego.
I kind of,
That's
I actually have
That's
something to bring up about this later, but I would maybe tend to lean towards Jimmy. I mean, if you have to suck it in and watch your head, Alex, I just don't go to that end. You might have too much Lego.
I might. No, I would
do
never
like a
say
Jeff
that.
Foxworthy thing. If you have to suck it in and you can't get to parts
you might
of your
have
city.
too much Lego. What was I going to say about? There was something else, Jimmy. I forgot. That was. What was it? Darn it! I forgot now.
There was one morning.
Oh, I told Jimmy. Now that I remember, I said when you're older and you have your own kids, guess what your kids are going to be saying to you every day or every week at least. When can we go to Grandpa's house to see his Lego? I want to go to Grandpa's house and play with his Lego. And you're going to go, oh, I grew up there. I don't want to see that Lego anymore.
Exactly.
But I want to see my grandkids. And they're going to want to play with Grandpa's Lego, right?
Yeah, but I'll take them over.
Aw, thanks, buddy.
No, he'll send them over.
Yeah, that's...
So you can stay home, play video games or whatever.
Yeah, right. Play
Fortnite.
No, you're playing Roblox all the time now, aren't you?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
You guess.
I mean, there's like copies of Fortnite on Roblox too.
Of course, I'm sure there are.
Just think when you have kids, that'll be a retro game.
Yeah, you'll be telling them like, Dad, what did you play when you were my age? Oh, I played Roblox. Those were good days.
You know, your dad used to tell you about, what was that, Lunar Patrol or Moon
Patrol. Oh, I
So it'll be
love
like
Moon
that.
Patrol on the Commodore 64.
They'll be like, this is so dumb.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
And then, they'll say the same thing about you. How you're like old school. They'll have some sort of weird saying to insult you. Like, the baby boomers are called boomers now. I don't know what they're going to call us. Other than old. But
Xers?
Xers, yeah, Xers. Yeah. X marks the spot.
Mm-hmm.
Well, while Jimmy's here, should we try to get to Lego? We can have him show
You know
off
what?
his
Yeah,
community commentary.
he brought a
This
creation.
wasn't the plan, but...
Let's do it. So, here you go, buddy. Do you want to explain what in the world this is?
So, I made this one day, and Mom took a picture of it and sent it to one of her friends, and said, "Late for work? Why not bathe on the way?"
So this guy who's in the bathtub is late for work, and he's bathing in the open on the way to work, and on this very fancy vehicle. There you go. Now, it started with just the bathtub, which I thought was pretty sweet.
Yes.
Then he added the whole vehicle to it, and all my advice was that I hope that he doesn't hit the brakes too hard. And all that water goes splooshing to the front, Jimmy.
So now,
Yep.
I have a question for you. I get the guy who's naked in the bath, but why does the driver not have a shirt?
Was he late for work too?
They switch off? I don't know.
Your turn!
And does this guy yell, "Hey, where's my pants?"
Where's my, honey? Where are my pants? He does a 360 with his head. That's just crazy.
This is crazy. Well, this is pretty crazy, but it's very creative. I like it, Jimmy.
Yes.
Good job.
It's very
Well
clever.
done. I love all the soapy stuff. And he's got soap with him too. Just don't get the soap in your eye.
And make sure not to get the soap in your
Well, awesome, dude.
I love that movie.
It's one of our favorites.
The
Yes.
beginning. Just make sure not to get any of the soap in your eye.
We have it memorized. Yes.
Yes.
Well, that's awesome, dude. Thanks for sharing your awesome creation. It's pretty neat. And we're gonna.
I think Tanya's come to get you. Did
Oh.
she make you some food?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
He's
It's
got.
time for Jimmy's food segment.
Oh,
but that will
man.
not be on
I'll
film.
be back in a bit, guys.
Okay.
Thanks, buddy. Looking forward to it. Thanks, Tanya.
All right. So, what do you want to talk about first?
You know,
I mean, we've talked a lot already, but
we got criticized for not giving news about like our own collections and projects. So we're gonna do that again and skip it. Just kidding. No, because we usually would say like, what's going on in Fiverton and Minneapolis, and we haven't really done that for a while, apparently.
No.
So I guess thumbs down around that. So I missed these.
I
really
knew you had.
missed these.
I knew you had, so I had to pull them out.
Thumbs
So-
up for these things.
So I have a question for you before we start.
Here we go. Starting out with the questions.
Did you watch last week's episode from Brickworld?
Yeah, I did.
What did you think?
I liked it. There was times where you were, and by the way, Joey did a great job from Brick Trains. He did a fantastic job as a co-host. So I just want to say props to him for doing that. Whatever you had to pay him, it was worth it. So whatever, it was great. So thanks for doing that and filling in for me, basically.
I just told him, hey, you get to be Alex. And he was like, oh, well,
ooh, I
want to be cool.
Yeah, well, if that were a thing, maybe. But anyway, a big thumbs up to Joey from Brick Trains for doing that. And it was cool to see Dakota on the AFO podcast.
Yeah.
That was kind of fun. Well, he lasted anyway. Yeah. And man, he had such a better connection than Joey did on that.
It was really weird to hear them because they were right next to each other. And the
what was interesting is that you would hear what Joey had to say first from Dakota.
Yeah.
And then you would hear, I was like, that's so backwards. But, you know, that's what happens with these things sometimes. You get technical issues and...
Yep.
He did the best he could with what he had to deal with there. But no, I saw the episode. I enjoyed it. I particularly enjoyed the
week
interview.
Off?
It was so great. I mean, we
were
off,
supposed
maybe.
to film. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember.
I got back Wednesday night, and we were going to film like Thursday or Friday and cram.
That would have been tough to do.
And while I was on the way, I called him. I'm like, what do you think about this?
And I
what
said,
if we
yes.
film the episode? He's like, what? Okay, yeah.
Let's just do that. And I thought about just doing like just doing a solo act. But I'm like, yeah, I got to do something fun. So I did.
I liked it. I thought it was clever.
Kirk. I don't know if I nailed the voice.
We had already filmed the intro.
Yeah, I noticed. I was thinking
hello,
that.
James. Thank you, James.
I was thinking that. Thanks, Captain Kirk, for that. So no, I was gonna say I particularly enjoyed the interview you had with is his name Alex from the Bricklink Designer Program?
It's probably hard for you to remember, but yes.
Yeah. That was really cool. It was insightful. Yeah. And especially now that we're seeing the impact of Series 2, which is interesting, but I think we'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
But no, I enjoyed that. It was great to see when you were panning over some of the creations. I enjoyed that, and I almost wanted to just stay on them because I was enjoying them so much. The Great Ball Contraption.
Yeah.
That was impressive. That was a cool one. And even in the nighttime or the dark.
That was where it was really cool. I thought. You
yeah.
know, some of the spots where they had those glowing balls. It was really cool.
Yeah, that was neat. But no, you guys did a great job, and I enjoyed that. I particularly enjoyed. It's always fun when you're like in the middle, and people are walking by in the background. You know, it's just kind of like fun seeing this and that. And then the person not really clearing the. I don't know.
Oh, the stanchion when I was interviewing Shai. So it's funny that where Shai and I were talking. Most people wouldn't know, but we have a couple regular viewers that comment that walk by.
Oh, yeah.
So and a couple of them walk by like once or twice, like you could see. It's kind of funny. So like Darth GBC.
Yeah.
He walked by because they were doing something over there shortly after, and so that was cool. And Mayo.
Yeah,
Mayo was there. I think he was coming to talk to Tanya, and all of a sudden he realized we were filming.
So yeah,
you see him like walk by. He's got this big grin on his face. So, yeah, no, it was cool.
Yeah.
So, saw a lot of people. Which was really cool.
Yeah, I had a big case of FOMO from it.
Everyone wanted to know where you were.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry. It's just if circumstances were different in my life where I could get away from my kids. Like, here's the thing. Like, so Joey, you know, he obviously had his daughter and Dakota. If I didn't have the ball, like I would bring the kids, but they would not want to be there that long.
Yeah.
They would be there for 45 minutes max and be like, I'm done. Let's go. Let's get the heck out of here. I've seen enough. And especially if they're in an environment like our homes are, where there's Lego everywhere, and you just saw
no big deal.
What Jimmy said. You know, he's like, I don't care. No. He's like, I'm bored. I'm like, you have all this Lego around you. I was like, I don't care. You know, I'm like, well, your kids are gonna care. So that's my only hope, is that my grandkids will think I'm cool.
You'll get about 10 years, and then it won't be cool.
That'll be that. But it's a short window. I get that.
Yeah.
But I gotta enjoy it while
But then
it
when they
lasts.
turn 30 and they remember how cool it was.
Yeah.
And you're dead.
And I'm dead, long dead. Yeah, I'll be kind of an older
I wonder what happened to that monorail, that airport monorail.
Yeah, well, it kind of begs the question: is where does this all go?
We were going to talk about that, I think, in the last episode. I guess not the last one, but the last one.
Yeah,
we were together,
that's another topic to talk about.
We can talk about that.
But on the topic of Brickworld, was there anything else that you wanted to share? Because that was your big news.
No, I mean, it was interesting. I mean, I think I covered a lot of it in either my recap. I did a short recap. I don't find it. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. I mean, I know we did the poll question where we asked, what did you think about the episode? Because I tried to make it where we kind of had some things that were familiar, you know, some of the discussion, the banter, but mix in some different things.
Yeah.
You know, so that's why I just did a few of the mocks. I mean, there's so many mocks. I couldn't show everything.
Did you have M&R Productions going in there and taking garbage?
That was his idea.
I was like... I could see Jason saying, like, dude, make it look like you're taking garbage.
I'm like, we'll come up, and he's like, I got an idea. So he had been opening all of those packages, and he's like putting them in the garbage. I'm like, oh, okay. So, yeah, no, it was cool. Shout out to him. Did you see he got a shout out on Joey, or he shouted out Joey on his haul video?
Oh, cool. I did not know that.
So Joey made those discs.
Yeah.
NFC tiles.
Oh, yeah.
And
yeah, he's giving those
So he
out.
was showing the stuff he'd got, and he held it up. He's
Then, honestly, this is kind of the coolest thing I've ever seen. So Brickworld is a podcast with a couple other guys, and they basically took the Lego Dimensions pods or whatever and made it so that you can tap your phone to it to like pull up their channel. So all I have to do is tap this to like the top of my phone area, and then it pulls up an NFC tag for YouTube, opens up their YouTube channel, and subscribe to it. Like, it's really cool, really unique way to advertise your thing there. So shout out to them.
So Joey's made it to other guy status. That's what I told him.
Other guy status. So that's a big step up.
He held it up, but he was talking about, he's like, this is the coolest thing ever. And you know, you tap it to your phone. So he gave me a few. So
yeah, right on,
yeah,
dude.
It was cool. So no, it was a lot of fun. You know, we saw Shy.
I saw you interviewing him, and he brought up some painfully good, valid points about the podcast.
Which points?
About putting them on the actual channel.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to go back to the 2-week thing.
No, I'm fine with that.
Oh, okay.
I'm just saying that, you know, he makes a good point if we cared to do that the right way. Because I think, didn't he say, like what are you doing a pre-cap for?
Yeah, he's like, you do it, like, he was saying we need to do it with a little more time before.
Oh, okay. Well,
you know
but
what? We got to get people to watch it, I guess. So
yes, we got to get people to watch and give it the thumbs up.
I think it's up to 119, so that's pretty good.
So no, but that's but he was bringing up the algorithms, which is a valid point. Like if you really want to focus on the content, because he separates his stuff.
Yeah.
Like the sauce.
Well, that was what I asked him. Like, why did you put him on a new channel instead of the one that you can monetize?
Yeah, and it's a valid point. But yeah, but it was cool that he got Diego out there.
Yeah.
On his. That was.
Well,
that
he
was
was
cool
there. When I was waiting to talk to Alex, the Bricklink guy, he was asking him all kinds of questions, like for a long time. It was like 30 minutes of questioning and asking him. I was that guy.
Poor guy.
Yeah.
Get me out of here.
No, but it was cool.
Yeah. Right on.
So, yeah, that's it.
That's
I
it?
guess I don't have anything. I don't know.
Okay.
I mean, I might do one more video, show like a couple of my favorite builds, highlight them.
Yeah.
But for me, I don't find it probably very engaging content if I cover like everything. And I know some people choose to do this, and that's part of the reason I think it's not engaging. People have already seen the big things, probably somewhere else.
Well, sure, but I think at the same time, you know, people go to your channel to see what was there that weren't there. Like I wasn't there. That's why I was like really intrigued by, and I could go to Beyond the Brick and probably find a lot.
Well, and that's what I'm saying. You're going to have seen a lot of those things, especially on bigger channels. Like,
but
for example, at Brick Slopes, there was that Avatar build.
Yeah.
That had been shown how many thousands of times before you know, we were ready to do anything. So, I don't know. That's why I try to find some little things, kind of like hidden gems, just kind of put those out there. But I do have some that are like kind of my favorites, and so I might make a short video just showing the ones that are my favorites.
There was one that stuck out a lot to me. Maybe it was simple, but it looked quite complex. But it was the I Love Lucy.
That was really fun.
That was hysterical.
See, and it was only like this big.
That was small, but it was great.
And so it would have been one of those ones that's easy to miss. And that's the kind of stuff I try to look for, because that's maybe the stuff you won't see.
How did they get that go black and white like that?
Well, it was a time before color. They didn't have color bricks back then.
I'm done.
They're 50s Legos.
I gotta go.
Thumbs up.
All right, well, I'll see ya.
Okay, well, there you go.
Bye.
How's your food there, Jimmy?
Good.
Good.
What is that?
It's a beef stick.
You got a beef stick?
Yeah.
That's what Mindy calls me. All right, I'm back.
Okay, you're back.
Back again.
So, okay, so we can go back to the conversation you wanted about collections. What do you have going on in your collection? I'm sure you're just going to tell us about your micro builds.
Oh, dude, come on, man.
What do you have, Alex? Please share. I'm sorry if I ruined it. I don't know.
You wrecked it. No, the micro build, it went great. I don't think at the beginning of the project, if I could see what it looked like, I would be like, oh my gosh, that's amazing. Now there were some micro builds that you showed off. A gentleman, it was really cool. He was familiar with.
Oh yeah,
my micro
so he had
build.
been watching yours. So you're
That's
talking
really
about Chris.
cool. Yeah, Chris.
He has the build of Door County.
Yeah,
I could be wrong, but it's up in Wisconsin.
That was very well done.
So he was telling me he was really excited about your micro build and following that. So,
well, I'm flattered because like when I saw his, I'm like, that's where I would want to look for inspiration for my micro builds. It was very well done, and I love how he could just remove them really easily out of the
just
build.
did like
that
a
was
little 8x8
clever.
plate.
It was very clever. But man, and how he had it, the mills plated, and just the detail with the curves and the river and this. I was like, wow, I want to see some close-ups of that. And I guess I'll have to look at that up, and I'll probably find it. But Chris, if you're watching, well done on that.
Well, you find him on Instagram.
Oh yeah, I did actually do that because I saw the IG tag. So
yeah. Well, I try to make sure we give people a chance if they
Sure.
want to share that stuff, right? So yeah, no. So I saw that you had added the billboard with the tile in there. I liked that.
I did.
I thought that was cool.
That was the very last thing I put in. So when you
So
see,
there you go, Chris. When you think of
Yeah.
Smarty City, just know you had an impact.
Yes, you did. So I had to put that in there. It's not even in my complete overview video. I put that in after.
Oh, okay.
It's so interesting because when you create something, and you guys, everybody knows this. When you have a creation and you're done, you're not done. When you continue to look at it and go, ooh, I can do this, ooh, I can do that, and you keep tweaking it. I added a windmill
You
afterwards.
sound like George Lucas.
Well, there's good changes and there's bad changes, but these were good changes. But the challenge that I had with that is I knew in my mind, okay, I'm going to create this billboard. I got 2 of those tiles for the Breaking News podcast. And my challenge was, where am I going to put this? I was like, because I need 2 studs that are 3, it's got 1 stud in the middle. And I was like, I'll just put it here. It looks like it's in a good central location that people will see. So if they're at the show, they see the sign.
Nice.
I saw the sign. So it'll be there. But no, it was, it's done. Dropped it off last Friday. And I hope they're happy with it.
Has the client said anything about the alien and the cows?
Oh, this is so funny.
Because last
Yes.
time you'd sent a message,
Okay.
but you hadn't heard anything.
Hold on a second. I got to actually read the email that I got back from him because it was perfect. Like, you couldn't have drawn this up any better. So let me see if I can find the email from him. Here it is. So I sent him a lot of images of the rural area. Okay. And he's let's see. Here it is. He says, "Holy cow, this is amazing. I'm loving the rural area. The attention to detail is on par with full-time Lego engineers." I was like, wow. I know. I was like, thanks.
How many does he know?
Probably none of them. Me, yeah. He says, okay, this is the part. "That UFO is hilarious. That's actually the image we have on our 404 page."
Oh, that's funny.
Isn't that great? So there you go. You
were inspired.
It was meant to be. I was inspired by something. Yes. So there you go.
That's cool.
But yeah. So they seem happy with it as far as the imagery goes and the videos. I just hope they're as happy with it in person. That's all.
I guess we'll know if they pay you.
We shall see. Well, it doesn't matter. I'm sending my invoice in after I drop it off. Oh my goodness. But no, this was an extremely, I wouldn't do this. I wouldn't just go, I'm going to do this, because it was a lot of money. Like, so much money, you guys. And I do actually have a lot of pieces left over from the project.
So I have to ask a question.
Yeah.
And you can choose not to answer. Are you going to end up losing money on this deal? Because I know you didn't know what to charge,
So,
and then
yeah,
for a while you're like, I don't know,
this
maybe.
has been it's a big learning experience, this whole thing. So if I had to do this again, I would do it differently.
Okay.
I will say this, they're getting a good deal. With the input that I put into this thing, the creativity, not to like toot my own horn, but you know, it is a work of art. You know, there's what am I trying to say? Like, it's custom, 100% custom, right? And it gives them what they wanted. You know, I try to go like, okay, you want this area, you want that area. That's good, we got that.
Did you leave the football stadium in?
I let the football stadium in. Now, I got criticized by viewers because I didn't have the goalposts. And I want to put goalposts in.
I have a thought for you about that.
Well, maybe it's the same thought, but my problem was that I know what elements I want to use, but I can't get them in that color. So I'm going to probably add them eventually when I get it back for brick slopes. I'll probably think of something by that time, so you can tell me what your idea is as
I'll
well.
tell you. Anyway.
But no, I would do this differently. I think for me, from a financial perspective, I could have done it for a lot less if I knew what I was doing at the forefront as far as ordering pieces. Because what I did is I ordered too many.
That's what you said earlier.
Too many
you
of
wouldn't
certain
buy
elements.
Everything up front.
Yes.
More piecemeal it together as you're working.
Right. And so as I was building the project, I'm like, oh crap, I need to make more order more pieces. So I ended up ordering thousands more pieces when I already had thousands that I wasn't going to use.
Didn't you have like 18,000 in your first order?
My first order was 18,000 pieces,
Wow.
yes. And I probably didn't use at least 3,000 of them.
Wow.
Yeah. And I ended up ordering well over 5,000, I think.
Additional parts?
And additional pieces.
Wow.
So it's safe to say this thing is well over 20,000 pieces. And it is heavy. 38 pounds on the dot.
Wow.
It's heavy.
Okay.
It's you know how much the Titanic weighs?
The real one?
The Lego Titanic, which is the heaviest. I think it's the heaviest Lego set there is.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know.
Yeah. Not even the Eiffel Tower comes close.
I don't know. I know one of the big UCS sets we weighed, and it was like 18 pounds
Was it 18 pounds?
in the box. One of them.
Oh,
I'm
in the
trying to
box,
remember.
yeah.
Oh,
Just the set was 17, just barely over 17 pounds,
okay.
and that is how much the
Yeah.
downtown area weighs by itself.
Wow.
Yeah. Right. Crazy.
Crazy.
It's super heavy. Yeah. Lego weighs a lot if you put enough in it, man. But yeah, I would do it differently. But I mean, I put a lot of hours in this thing. A lot of weekends, you know, late nights. I'd be down there working away. And sometimes it was fun. Sometimes it wasn't. You know, that was just kind of how it went. There was times where I was in a good flow and I couldn't wait to get down there and start creating. There was times I'm like, I don't know how I'm going to do this next. And I was just hitting that creative wall.
Yeah.
Where
it
was
it's
tough.
more of a chore.
It was, that happened.
And then other times you get that spark and you just
Right.
like you can't build fast enough.
Exactly,
And find the
yeah.
parts and I know what you mean.
But no, it was overall, it was still a good project. It was still financially viable for me to do in the end. I would say that if I only did it for half the money, I would be like, oh, this was terrible, because I put so much work. It's not so much the pieces and the creativity of it or the look of it. It's the amount of time you put into it, because you are sacrificing your time away from your family and other things that you could be doing, and you're downstairs by yourself just trying to put this thing together. And I put well over 100 hours into this thing, you know, over the last 3 months. I didn't start a clock, you know, like if I was getting paid by the hour, I'd be like, all right, I'm on the clock. No, you know, it wasn't anything like that. But it's over now, and it's a bittersweet moment. And I'm open for new projects. So if you guys know anybody, or if you want me to build a micro city, you know what though, I will tell you this. Like if there was, like let's say that they go, oh, this is great, Alex, and hey, this other business is looking for something similar. I'd be like, that's great. Let's just maybe talk to them a little bit later, because I just wouldn't want to start a new project right away. I need some, like right now, like after I get this thing delivered, I'd have no land projects currently that are going on.
No review?
No reviews at all right now. I mean, there's some stuff that's on its way, but I haven't even got the notification of shipping on it yet.
Okay.
And there's only 2. One of those, I think
What's
one
coming?
of the,
You want to tell us?
I can tell you. It has to do with a supercar in 1/8 scale. And
Oh, is it the McLaren?
yeah, it's already leaked.
I know.
Right?
I saw it
mean,
today.
come on.
Are you getting the gift with purchase? The what is it? The P1 that spins or whatever?
I don't think I'm getting. No, I'm not getting any GWPs.
Okay.
No, I wish. I like. They would occasionally. I wish I got your.
It's weird how you
Jules
get them
Verne.
because, like
Yeah,
someone was. I don't remember how the conversation came up, but we were talking about the houses of the world. Like they sent you 2 of them, right? Because someone else, one of your viewers, sent you one, and then you bought one for Mindy for Christmas, if I remember, because you wanted.
Yeah, but it wasn't a duplicate.
No, but what I'm saying is they only sent you 2 of the 4. Right? Because there was 4.
Oh yeah,
houses
you're
of the
right.
world.
Yeah,
And
it's
so
true. They did. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. You had to.
Yeah, it's very inconsistent that way. Yes. So.
But here's some art prints.
Yeah, here's-
randomly. I don't know.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Well, I have.
Regardless.
Should we show everyone the newest items in your collection? I got these on my trip for you.
Really?
It's nothing too major.
Well, oh, it's the minifig thing. Oh, what is?
Oh yeah.
Oh, Tim.
Yeah, he signed
Oh
a card
yeah,
and sent it to you.
dude. Tim, thanks, my man. Yeah, I saw you stop him. I was like, hey, yeah, season 4. Well, that's really. Think of these cards.
Yeah.
People collect these, you know.
There you go.
I would have, but
It's
I
a
just
sign.
don't. I don't know enough cool people. But that's cool. Thanks, Tim. Lego Masters season 4
Yeah.
from Bartsville, Oklahoma.
Bartlesville, I think.
Bartlesville.
Yeah.
Oh, there's an L.
Yeah.
Bartlesville. Sorry, Tim.
Yeah.
Sorry,
I
butchered
only
that.
know because he said it in the interview.
Wild West is my favorite thing. Wild West.
Yeah.
No kidding.
He's a
He
Wild
has-
West mock.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's got that mock of Wild West, but that's a very obscure theme to have as your favorite. It really is. Anyway, very cool. Thank you for that. Oh, okay. This is a minifigure.
It's not a minifigure.
It's not a minifigure.
It's a
lot-
smaller box. It fits better. You know what it is.
Oh, dude. Yes, I do. Oh, yes. Hold on. How am I gonna open this without?
Just break the seal. It's okay.
Break the seal, Mr. Smack. Ugh. Oh, man. I got some chickens. Oh, I
Yeah,
love,
They
man.
had those at the Colorado Mills store.
I think this is what I'm collecting, guys. I'm loving
that's
the
his
chickens.
chicken army.
I love the chickens, the chicken army. You want to know why? Because they're not alive. Because I've had chickens in the backyard. Backyard chickens are fine, you know, go for it. But you're always operating in the red. At least we were. It's the thing is that they end up being more as pets for people like me who are not true farmers. But this is great, man. Thanks for picking these up.
There you go.
Yeah, when you reached out to me about being in the Lego store, and there were some great pieces there.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
I was
they had
tempted.
like the 1x2
Oh,
light
yeah.
gray brick and
I
mortar
was so
pieces.
tempted.
I was pretty sure you were gonna say yes on that. You're like, no. I'm like, okay.
I had to pump the brakes because you know what's hitting the credit card here soon.
Yeah, I do. I know.
Yeah. Is there anything? Oh.
There's a couple more
there's
items.
Oh, bam! I love Chicago minifig stand. That is really neat. Thanks, Moment. Wow, this is cool.
Yeah, they had a bunch of bricks and minifigs.
That is really neat. I like that a lot.
Presents there.
Yeah, the bam. Oh,
The new one.
this
That's
is
the
a
new
new
US
one.
one.
No kidding.
Yeah.
I love these.
They had those in Denver.
You know what, man? I would have none of these if
Well,
I didn't know you.
Yeah, they haven't had them at any of the other
That's
stores.
cool.
Because I kept asking.
Colorado
nope, we haven't had them for
Mills.
months. So,
No kidding.
yeah.
That is
There you go.
awesome. Thanks, my man.
There you go.
I got chickens. I got Tim's card. I got the I Love Chicago. That is really cool. Thanks, dude. Ah, the chickens. I love it. All right. Thanks for that. That is sweet. All right. What else?
I don't know.
Was that it? Was that all of our news?
Should we
for
move this? It might be in your way.
It might be in the way. Yeah, there was. You know,
I think that's all for your collection, unless.
yeah, I can't think of anything else. There's a lot of. What was I gonna say? What else is going on? There's some things, some projects I'm working on that are secret. Well, not secret, but there's different opportunities from Lego that I'm working on that I can't talk about that are not LAN related. It's interesting, but more about that in the future because I can't really get into it right now because I really don't really know the whole scope of it. But that's something that might be kind of fun come the end of like August. It's like late, which by the way, the Brickslopes Lego Convention is 2 months away.
It's coming up.
Wow. I'm
If
excited for
you
it.
would like to go to Brickslopes, you can save 10% on a single day admission
You sure can.
with a promo code of.
Bricking News. Is it 2024?
I thought it was Breaking News Podcast.
Is it Bricking News Podcast? We'll put it in the description below.
This one here.
This one here. Don't listen to
Although
what we're
last
saying.
time, remember, we did that and I didn't put it in, so.
So we're just sitting here
We'll see
waving
later.
our hands like idiots.
I'm pretty sure it's Breaking News.
Bricking News.
Word.
All one word. All right. There we go. So
I don't know.
But no, I'm looking forward to that. And we'll have the micro build in it, and
Yes.
which I'm excited about because I've debated on bringing other things to it. And the only thing I could think of I could bring that I haven't brought already that would be interesting is all of the Bricklink castles. That'd be kind of fun because you have the castle in the forest.
Yep.
You have the I always think it's called Wolfenstein, but it's not. What's the 2019 one? Why can't I think of the name? Help me out, guys. Scream it to me. It's the why can't I think of that? Lowenstein Castle. Yes, thank you. With the extension. And then there is the I'm trying to think of the new one. Why can't I ever remember that? It's like the Mountain Fortress. Thank you. The Mountain Fortress.
You're pretty good at this.
Awful. Cut all that out. Let's start over. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna bring all the Bricklink.
You know what I'm gonna do?
You know what I'm gonna do? I know what you're gonna do. I was sitting there goofing around on my phone as we had this dead air moment on one of these most recent episodes. And I'm just like, doop-de-doop-de-doo. And I think I said something about, oh, so-and-so can't come to Brick Slopes. That's too bad. And it was like a good 30 seconds of us just, as I thought you were going to take it out. Now I got to be careful what I'm saying when I think
was it one of the episodes right before we left?
It probably was,
It was probably one of those, because if you remember, we filmed, and I had like 3 days or whatever to get it edited and to you because I was leaving.
Yeah.
And so, yeah.
Yeah.
So I think I rushed and missed a couple
That's
days.
okay. I'm just glad I didn't say anything too embarrassing.
You mean like answer a phone call from your wife and have everyone hear the food order?
Hello. We should do that again just for fun.
Yeah.
Maybe she'll call me. I don't know. Because she's going to pick up Jimmy.
Oh, she's going to stop and get him?
Yeah. She's out with a friend for dinner or something like that. So.
Nice.
Yeah.
Before she comes picks me up.
Yes?
What are like these things that move?
That would be the Oswald Army counter. It's where we keep track of the Oswald Army. We're up to 260 now, because I got 8 of them at Brick Slopes, or at Brickworld.
Yeah, Brickworld has 8.
Did you get these the number things?
That is from the Chinese New Year calendar. And so I changed it and made it into an Oswald Army thing. You can spin the number if you'd like.
It's right up your alley.
Now we got 6,000. Yes, we're beating Jabo.
Dude, yeah, 2,000.
Oh,
now it's going down.
now
Oh, no.
Oh, we've lost.
It's back to 260.
Man, bummer.
I did notice when you said there was only one Oswald in all of the displays in the entire Brickworld.
I couldn't find any. I mean, there may have been another one.
But you
I
just found
didn't
that
see it,
one,
but There was
though.
just the one. And I didn't see it the first time I passed. But that was one of my favorite displays.
yeah.
Especially when they did the World of Lights and they had the projection on there.
That was cool.
That was really cool.
Yeah,
So,
good job.
yeah. The World of Lights, I will say, was more impressive than the one we had at Brick Slopes. But they were able to turn off more lights than we did at Brick Slopes. I know they had the safety lights they couldn't turn off.
Safety light. Oh my
But,
gosh, that's gonna happen again.
So, there you go.
After hours.
So,
Not really.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's all the news. I don't have anything really going on.
I'm
It's
working
pretty
on my
quiet.
Brick Slopes builds. I have 9 of the 27 Oswald vignettes.
Ooh, 9 of the 27.
I have 9,
You
which
better
is a
get
good
going,
number,
man.
9. I'm trying. And then I've come up with this idea to make something else, so I'm going to do that.
You and your ideas, man.
Yeah, well, we'll see
Good
if
luck.
they come to fruition.
So let me ask you this:
Uh-oh.
if you, let's say, how many? 29.
27.
27.
Yes.
And you have 9 right now.
Yes.
Let's say you make it to like I don't know, 20 or
not taking
21.
them.
You're not going to do it unless you're at
They
home.
got to be all of them or
Oh,
not? I
dude.
can't be like, here's all of them except for these.
How confident do you feel that you're going to finish it?
Pretty good, I think.
Pretty good. That's a pretty good, you guys.
I mean, I think once I get under pressure, I'll really start feeling it.
Under pressure, do 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 do.
Thank you.
Well, I'm rooting for you because I think that would look fantastic. I really do. Yeah.
And then there's another build that we're part of that I got to get. I realized I was falling behind on that.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
How's yours coming? We've been invited to join one of the.
Yeah,
I don't know why they picked us.
We're playing a small part, which we're so honored to play a part in this, but.
But then we could say we were award winners if they win something.
Oh man, yeah! Can you imagine? You contribute 1% and get 99% of the glory.
Contributed
get
this
up there!
brick.
Woo!
We're already at the 30-minute mark.
Oh, and that's
30-minute
not
mark,
even
okay.
the entire. We had a whole beginning that is recorded.
So we're at like 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Is it too long? Is that what you're telling us? We got to get moving.
Thanks, Jimmy.
Okay.
You know, I had one more thing I wanted to say about projects because
Yes.
when I say there's not much going on, I'm incredibly busy. Every moment I have that I'm not working my day job, I am working with Lego projects, and one of those that I'm kind of started, hopefully at the beginning of the month, now that I'm actually done with another project. So the Smarty project, the Lego project, on top of the land stuff, the overview stuff, and whatever, I have the display cases from Shop Pop Displays.
Yeah.
And I had this whole fiasco where they've sent me the wrong display cases.
You had the one that didn't have hangers, or
yeah.
something.
So they sent me the Speed Champions display cases. They're very they're amazing cases. They really are. This is high end stuff. At least I think it is anyway. And I'm putting this together. I'm like, oh, these are not the ones that you hang up. So I'm like, I guess I can make this work. So I put them all together. And I emailed them like, hey, just so y'all know, you didn't send me the ones I thought you had. Is it because you don't have them? Yeah. And like, oh, no, yeah. I was like, I can still make this work. It's just that I have to go to IKEA and buy some shelves that I didn't plan on buying and put more holes in my wall. Well, I was going to put holes in the wall anyway, but irregardless. And they're like, oh, sorry about that. We want to honor this, and we're going to send them to you anyway. And they're all like, and you can just do whatever you want with the other ones. Throw them away if you want. I'm like, I'm going to throw those away. They're nice. Yeah. You know, so I want to, like, maybe the Oswald Army would fit in it. Well, like those things. If you're welcome to it, because they're $220 a pop. They're not cheap. But the ones they sent me are $280 a pop. The ones that are wall mounted. They're cool, but expensive. So I got those, but I've been so dang busy. But they want me to prioritize the background one. And by the way, and I'm putting that video together right now. I will say this: those backgrounds are beautiful. Like even just the default one they have, and it's a premium. You have to pay like a little bit more money for it. But it's like, I don't know if it's not the Swiss Alps or anything like that. It's just this beautiful green scenery of mountains. And when you see it on the internet, you're like, oh, that's cool. But when you see it in person, you're like, wow, this is incredible.
The concern I would have with doing something like that, like I think about like my Facebook page or not my Facebook, my YouTube page.
Oh,
you know how you have the banner and you have all this other stuff?
Yeah.
I would think because of the shape of that, you have to have a really weird length picture.
You do.
Like if you go out and take a picture of, I don't know, the mountains out there.
Yeah. And upload it.
You're going to end up with some weird long bit of the mountain. So you've got to have a very specific picture.
I have been using actually the Snagit software, if you can believe that.
Have you?
To take screenshots of things and change them so it's a longer, because well, I mean, it's a train display case. It's gonna be really long and awkward. You got to have like if like the Disney Castle, for example, that'd be a lot easier to have a background for. Yeah. Because it's more rectangular.
Yeah. Well,
this one is just
thinking.
like
it's like 4
super
feet
long.
or whatever.
So it was challenging to create an image that worked, but once I got it all together, it looks great. They did a great job. So again, a premium might be worth it to somebody who's more technical with that stuff, because that's what they're asking me to do, is create a tutorial of how to do it. And I'm not going to go into how I created my image. I mean, that's a whole other video, honestly. But I got it all set up, and I put my train in. I had to dust the heck out of it, man. It was so like in the summertime, we have a fan upstairs like blowing, and it's blowing all over everything. Yeah. And I'm like, we look at our piano because it's black, and it's
you can see
every 2 days there's this new layer. Like we can dust it the next day. It's like, where does dust come from? What the heck, man? Yeah. So the train was pretty messy, but I put it in that case. It's spick and span, man. It's nice and clean. So there's that, and then, but yeah, I'm excited. We painted that wall. You saw the wall.
Oh, the one where you used to have things.
Used to have things. Nothing. It was ugly. We repainted it. I redid the wiring. So it's at the moment it looks great, and I'm going to put those display cases eventually. So that's all July projects. It's going to be a lot. You're going to see some display case videos, is what I'm trying to say. Speed Champion sets. And they came out with more Speed Champions. I'm like, oh man, I'm so behind. I actually like these I'm loving collecting these things for some reason. They're kind of fun, even though I missed out on a lot in the early days. But
Are you gonna go back and get the?
No, I'm not gonna go back. Well, I don't know. It depends. Like, there's some that I saw, I'm like, I don't really care to have.
Yeah.
Right. So the ones that I want, I have. I'm trying to think if there's one. You know what? I will say that I wanted the mini. Remember the mini?
Mm-hmm.
I kind of wanted that one.
Okay.
But it came with a big old set with extra stuff, and I didn't care for all that other
I don't remember that part
stuff that came with it. I just wanted the mini. So I never got it because of that reason. And what was the other one I had? So you had the Orient Express. You had the Speed Champions. Oh yeah, the minifigures.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, there's another mini. Dude, okay.
Did you get the same one you have
Dude,
before, or is it different?
Okay, no, it's the same one. The same identical one goes on the wall. Okay, so I gotta say thank you.
You're welcome.
For the minifigure help with the Star Wars stuff. That was a horrible experience. I don't know if it was even worth it, man.
I think it's very funny that of all the people to get a big box of miscellaneous Star Wars figs and parts was you.
It was crazy. But yeah, but you went down there and you identified a lot of the figs. Yeah. Well, at least the parts of them that were left.
That was the hard part. You had a head and a torso and no legs or hair. Or you had...
And what was tough about that is I had nowhere to do this project. So I just put it on the floor.
Yeah.
Right there by my... what do you call it? The castles.
The stairs.
The stairs, yeah. And I realized, I am too old for this kneeling down and hunched over. Yeah. But I got it done. And there's a lot of stuff left over that's just helmets, torsos, legs. I put together as much stuff as I could. Man, I don't know.
What are you going to do with all of them?
See, the thing is, somebody I'll get to that in a moment here.
Sorry.
Somebody said, because I think I posted on... just a post on social media.
I think it was a Facebook.
It was a Facebook. And somebody commented well, you probably did the same thing. I never did anything like that to my Lego. I never tore my minifigures limb from limb without, of course, putting it back together, right? But I never did that. But I see Jimmy doing it.
I can't say I never did it. Occasionally I would swap out the hands because I wanted someone to have gloves or something like that.
But you're not.
But I don't recall ever ripping the arms off of the torsos.
And these things were, and you saw,
yeah.
It was rough.
Well, go to the Lego store. Even in the buildable minifigure bin, they're all torn off.
I guess so.
At one of the stores, they had a cup full of arms because the kids had ripped them all out. Anyways,
it's like they just can't help themselves. Yeah. Hey, this comes out. It's like their reverse engine. They just can't help it. That's what Jimmy does too with stuff. He wants something put together, whether it's an electronic device or whatever, and he'll just take it apart. And Josh was like that too. They're just curious. They want to see what's going on with it, which is great. But this, man, the minifigs. Put it back together, that's fine. But man, that was just, there's so much, it's just worthless garbage now. At least 20% of that collection with minifigures is worthless because of lost pieces. And not just the limbs, but the, what do you call them? The little items, the cloth items.
Oh, the little accessories.
Yeah, just accessories that come with them. They're gone.
Cape or the pauldron.
Yeah, the pauldron, that's what I was going to say. They things that make it a complete minifigure and make it valuable. And of course, the most valuable one that I think you identified was a Captain Rex, I think.
No, Fox.
Was it Fox?
So there's a rare version that doesn't have this thing in the torso.
But any minifigure that you identified as worth anything had a cracked torso.
Not all of them. You had a few.
You had a few that weren't cracked?
You had
it seemed
like you had some of the Rogue One figures, so K2SO was in good shape. You had Director Krennic. You had a number of figs that were $30 or a little more.
Yeah. To answer your question about what I'm going to do with them, I'll tell you what I've done with them right now. After I got them as complete as possible, and that includes the clone army ones. There's a lot of clones. I put them together as best I can. A lot of those clips are broken. When I was putting them back together, the clips were already kind of cracked, and I finished the job. I was like, crack! Oh, it's garbage.
Oh, you're talking about the battle droids.
The battle droids, arms, they rotate.
Were they the super battle droids? So the dark gray ones?
No, those ones are okay.
Okay, those are the harder ones to find because they haven't made them for 10 years.
Oh, no kidding.
Until just recently.
Oh, well, those ones were fine. I think they were. It was just about getting them to be complete. I think I got 4 or 5 complete, but there was some missing. Yeah. But the ones that were a dime a dozen, those ones were
the regular battle droids.
Those were all kinds of broken. And I don't know why, I'm going to say kids, feel the need to color them. Or put clay in them. I don't think, I'm trying to think, did I ever do that? Now I did, I will admit this. When I was a teenager and I had the Blacktron figs, the Blacktron were the bad guys. Yeah. They were tough. And I had these 6 troops, and I wanted them to look like they all had smiley faces. Boring smiley faces. You're not supposed to be smiley. You're supposed to be the bad guys. So I would take a pen.
Well, but didn't they have a helmet?
They had a helmet, yeah.
So
but that's why I loved the black visors. Because you
just leave the visor down.
But the black visors, I remember I only had like 3 or 4 of them in my collection. And I was very selective on who had them. Because to me, they were extremely valuable. Now they're all over the place, you know? So when I customized them, not by coloring on their suits, but their faces. So I'd create...
So they look like bad cop in...
Yes, yeah, right. That's pretty much it. It was horrible. But I would draw facial hair on them or something like that. And they'd have different kind of facial hair on them. I was like, all right, they look cool. But it wasn't like a permanent marker, so they get smeared really easy. So it just got kind of messy. But I tried really hard because I thought, they're the bad guys. They got to look tough. They got to look mean. You know, they can just walk around with a smile on their face. Come on, man.
Yeah, I didn't really deface many of my Lego when I was a kid. I can't say none because I have found one torso that I drew like a symbol on the back of him. It was a plain white one, and I drew something on it. And then I wanted, I don't know, a police station or something. So I wrote police, and it's really bad. Yeah. Which I don't know why, because I have a printed brick that says police from when I was a kid. So I have no idea.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But no, that was, and not a lot of them, but there's probably 2 or 3 that have some writing on it. But man, one of them had this weird, and it wasn't like a clay. It was like this goo, like a gooey, glittery material.
It was just kid hand.
And it was just like shoving this stuff in their helmets, and they put it over their head. And
I wonder, was it like slime? You know those little...
It might have been something like that. I don't know what it was, but I had to throw some stuff away because of that. It was just, like I was trying to get heads out of the helmets, and I had to use tools from my garage to pry these out. That's how bad it was.
Correct.
But no, I mean, it's not like I paid for these, right? He just said, here, whatever you want to do with these, I just got to get rid of them, all right? I was like, all right, man, well, I appreciate it. I felt bad. I mean, he's like, I feel bad giving it to you because I know some of these might be valuable, but I'm putting you in a tough spot. I was like, well, because I didn't know what I had. Yeah. It just looked like a mess to me. And there are a lot of just normal minifigs.
But at least the parts were organized, right? Like by color and stuff, weren't they?
The bulk was, yes.
Okay. And then it was like just minifig parts all in it.
Yes.
Right? Mm-hmm. So, I mean, at least it wasn't just a big box of
that would
parts
be...
and
he did do me a big favor by doing that.
Pieces and hair and gumballs and...
Yes.
Whatever.
Absolutely. But yeah, there's I don't know. One of these days when I actually have time to go through that, because there's some sets that I think I can resuscitate and bring back. Like there's some train sets that would be kind of fun to have, that I already have, but it'd be kind of cool to just have like a duplicate, because you can have a longer train, you know, 2 tankers, you know, whatever the case might be. So, but yeah, that's that was a big project. But the minifigures are done. But I don't think I completely answered the question. What am I going to do with them? Because at the moment, after I finish them all up, I categorize them by type and put them in a bag by the type, and I put them in a box for now. Okay. And I'll figure it out later. So that's where I'm at with those things. I want to put them on display. I'm going to have to find out. I got like 20. I got the whole, almost complete Batman Lego movie.
Oh, the CMF thing?
Yeah.
The Batman one.
Okay. Almost all of them. I'm missing the torso for the Joker, and I'm missing a helmet for one of the, like the red helmet guy, the redhead guy. He's got a head. I don't know. Still way to get ahead in life. So, but that's it. Otherwise, it's complete. Oh, and Batman doesn't have a lobster. I don't have his lobster, so I got to find a lobster. Other than that, it's complete. And those are going to go in a display case, but there's no room. I have no space. So that's why this
new... Did you get the Pop Shop display?
Yeah, that's why that thing's going to come in handy.
Space.
So I have space, but I got to build it first. But that's like the low priority review right now. So I'll get there eventually. So, yeah. But yeah, I want to put them on display, but there's just too many of them. I'm going to have to figure out something else. Maybe I have them marching through the city. I don't know. What would you do with those? What would you do if you had those?
Well, I mean, it depends. Like some of them you have duplicates of.
Yes,
So,
a lot of jukes.
You know, I would maybe keep the singles,
Keep the
at least
singles.
that you want. Like if you don't care about Rogue One and you want, you know, then you can get rid of those. But if you like that, you know, maybe keep those. But you don't need, I don't remember if you have 2 Director Krennics, but you don't need 2 of those, right? For example, I know you had like, I think a couple of, I'm trying to remember, it's been a couple weeks. Like you had Luminara or some Jedi. A couple of the female Jedis, you had multiple of the same fig.
Oh, okay.
It's like, okay, well,
Yeah,
you know, that kind of stuff you
Gotcha.
probably don't need.
Right.
So, you know.
Yeah, I mean, it's
I don't know.
cool.
I'd maybe look
but
for, you know, my friend that's a big Star Wars fan, see if he's interested in any of them.
I'll ask him. Yeah, I don't know. He probably won't be.
He might be.
I don't know. That guy's kind of bugging me lately. We'll see how it goes on. All right, what's next, man?
Speaking of bugging you, should we do this?
Let's do it.
All right.
Let's
We're gonna
see.
do
Root beer, huh?
Yes, this is an item. This was given to me when I was in Minnesota.
Okay.
At the
Okay.
Mall of America store. Someone I used to work with who lives in Minneapolis sent
Okay.
these. This is North Star Craft Soda, root beer.
Root beer. Well,
So I don't know
love
if this
root
is
beer,
a twist
so
or not. It is.
is it a twist? Okay.
I brought a bottle opener in case we needed it. But mine is a twist. Do you need me to get it for you?
Hold on.
I can get it for you, man.
Dude.
Let me see it. It would have been funny if it just.
It would have been hilarious, yeah. Well, this one's a twist too. It didn't twist off
I don't know.
though. I got some sort of residue on mine. Hold on a second.
Maybe
Oh, it's like a sugar buildup, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
it's,
it
it's your
smells.
special one, extra sugar.
Well, it smells like root beer. I mean, I like root beer.
Those of you in Germany or Europe, this is tasting like medicine. I know. You know, people in Europe say that.
They say root
They
beer
don't
tastes like
root beer.
medicine.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's good. I like that. It's creamy. Oh, he's still going.
Yeah, it tastes more like a cream soda.
I like it. I think it's good.
No, that's good. I like it. It's not super fizzy. I thought I was going to belch a lot after drinking this, but...
Well, there's still time.
And normally... excuse me. Normally, I would say, like it's almost like it tastes flat. Like, it feels flat. But, because it's not super fizzy, you're like, okay, it's not super fizzy, it's going to be flat, but it's actually...
It does have a fizz to it, though, for sure.
Yeah, sure, but it's very low for a root beer, I think. You know, that reminds me, if you guys, there's some people out there that you can just taste the root beer and know what brand it is. Oh, that's Dad's. Oh, that's Mug, or whatever the case might be, right? But no, this is good. Made with real sugar, so there you go.
Yep, there you go. Okay, should we do some polls here? Let's see, I think we did that one. Oh, here we go. This is the one. I'll let you finish that and I'll talk. So we have 2 polls today to do.
How many did you get?
How many root beers?
You get more?
2. I got 2.
All right.
And that's one of them.
That was good. I like this. That was really good.
Clearly. So we had a question a couple weeks ago based on these items here.
Hold on a second. I'm comparing.
What, the sugar?
It's got a little bit more sugar than a Coke. 45 grams
It's got more calories.
versus
20 more
39. 160 versus 140. Huh. Nice. I like it. All right, you Minnesotians. I like your root beer. Medicine, huh?
Yeah, I don't like
medicine? I've had medicine before. That does not taste like medicine. Maybe if they loaded the medicine up with sugar. I don't know.
it. Yeah.
All right.
A couple weeks ago, the question was the new agree to disagree segment
yes, that's
should
right.
be added to every episode of Bricking News. The options were agree and disagree.
Wow, pretty simple.
Agree?
Do you
Disagree.
agree or disagree? Hold on a second. Let me just think about this really quick. You're asking the audience if they think the agree to disagree segment is good or bad. Why would you... What you should have said is, what segment... It's open-ended, sorry, but still. What segment would you like us to remove and replace it with agree to disagree?
And what would the options
So
be to said
the number, I don't
poll?
know. I don't know. Maybe
You wouldn't have this root beer. I want to point that out to you.
I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know.
We've asked that question before, and the results were fairly close to this.
Oh, I'm just seeing the results now.
92% agree to keep it.
92%. So those of you who disagree,
All right,
will
maybe-
agree to disagree. But what's the reasoning? Are there comments? Did anybody who
4
said
comments.
disagree comment
4
as
comments.
to why?
The 4 comments say, absolutely add the segment. We need a rant for every time Alex disagrees, followed by some weird snack where you crunch right into the microphone to wake up all the ASMR people. I'm going to play with my Legos now.
Oh, wow.
That was from Chef Eddie.
Thanks, Chef
Bricks
Eddie.
on an Island said, Alex has so much fun with those. How do you call these thumbs up, thumb down thingies?
Paddles.
I don't know what you'd call them in German, I'll just be honest. That you cannot cancel the agree-disagree segment ever again. I might if I get worried for my safety, because I see you swing them.
I do. I like to swing it around, yeah.
Miss Superklutz. Oh, yes. All caps. Oh, yes. Please, yes.
Wow.
I don't know, is that agree or disagree so far? I
I'm
don't
not
know.
sure. Maybe she said no.
This, along with the munchy sippy sips. 2 things that are fun segments, and the other guy. You two so rock.
Oh, I thought she was being a little bit facetious there.
They like it. I'm telling you, they like it. And I think they like
Well, I like it too.
Do you know? No.
I like this.
Well, yes, but the food. I think
the
they
food,
like
no.
that you hate it. I think that's why they like it, because it makes you rant. Then we have Emperor's Granddads.
Oh.
A definite agree. A great segment to get debate and Alex's infamous rants flowing. A point of discussion. The word Legos should never be uttered, especially by an adult. All right, do we want to agree or disagree to that?
All right.
The statement is, the word Legos should never be uttered, especially by an adult. Agree or disagree?
What? Whoa, where did you... Whoa, dude, are you serious? I
don't-
thought for sure you were going to do this.
I don't think it matters.
What's your reason? What's your reason?
doesn't matter.
I want to know. Okay, so I said this. You guys are probably thinking, oh, Alex is going to say thumbs up on that. But no, I said this because then we can weed out who really knows their stuff. When we're talking to someone, we can like, okay, I think I've heard enough.
This is my thoughts on it. If it bugs you, I'm sorry. I generally don't say it, but I don't get offended when people say it. I mean, really, if anything, it tells me, are they in the Lego community or not? That's really the biggest thing for me.
Once upon a
I
time,
don't
I was
care.
saying Legos too. All right,
When I was
even
a
as
kid,
an adult.
I'm going to pick up my Legos.
Yeah.
You know, let's go look at the Legos. When we get to the store, you know,
Yep.
it's fine.
Yep.
I don't know. If it bothers you, sorry. It's funny. I know some YouTube creators say it just to kind of get people, get their dander up, so to speak. So
Get your goose.
yeah. All right. So there you go. Should we do? Because we have 3 polls. Should we do the other one?
3.
Well, because we
polls.
did. You weren't here for an episode. We didn't cover one.
Oh, okay. Oh, I guess so. Well, maybe we should have cut out the food segment.
No. Well, this doesn't take that long. Although this one actually is going to be a little longer. So if you remember the last episode we filmed, we agreed to disagree.
This was the.
This was a very polarizing topic.
Yeah, exactly.
It was, is there a difference between Lego resellers and scalpers? Yes, no, or it's a gray area. We don't need to, we already did this, right? I don't.
Oh, I know.
51% said yes.
Wow.
22% said no, and 27% said it's a gray area.
See, more people agree with me.
We got 20 comments on it.
Wow.
We got a lot of comments on it.
People like, they had some. Well, there was a lot of comments in the episode,
There
too.
was a lot of comments in the episode. And you know what? It all came down to probably the one that I thought was. I don't want to say anyone's opinion is wrong or whatever, because everyone's going to believe what they want. But the one that stuck out to me, and I'm like, you know what? This is probably the most accurate opinion, is someone said scalpers, like people get upset by scalpers because it's just a reseller they don't like. I'm like, that is so true, because
I don't like that guy.
you know, because some are like, well, some are, you know, scalpers are just in it for the money. Well, no, resellers are too, I think. You know, I mean, it's, I don't know.
There was a comment about some dude that cheated the system. I don't know if this is true or not, but was able to somehow get, and again, this is I don't know if this is true or not, probably not, but he said this dude was able to get like 50 was it 50,000? Like some insane number of Bricklink sets because he had this amazing computer that was able to bypass the limit somehow.
Yeah.
And get these and corner the market, so to speak, and set the price.
And that's what when we talked about this before, like that's not what I don't think of. Like,
That's pretty
I don't
extreme.
think someone should do that, right?
Yeah,
like,
that's cheating.
But some people, it's like, oh, this person, they bought 4 of this item so that they could get 4 gifts with purchase.
No,
you know what? If they followed the rules and Lego allowed it, I don't have an issue with that. And that was my whole point. And if you disagree with me, that's fine. You don't have to agree. I don't expect anyone to agree because we held up paddles and changed their opinion. It's just something to talk about.
It's just something to fill the dead air.
That's right.
But I tell you what, though, it was a very polarizing topic. I think, the comments were kind of all over the place. Well, let's read some of the comments here.
We can read some of them. Brickzar said, "Looks like it's going to be a split poll." Early on, it was more split.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah, it was pretty even. Marty Bricks, scalpers are technically resellers, but a reseller doesn't have to be a scalper. A reseller can be anyone from selling unopened high-value sets to selling bulk at a garage sale. So it's not really a fair question if you don't define what you mean by reseller. And I think that's the part. Like, there's no, like, that's what we talked about before. There's not really a definite answer. Like, everyone has their own opinion about, well, this is a reseller and this is okay, and this is a scalper and that's not okay. And sometimes,
there's not. It's not black and white.
kind of the sentiments that came through a lot were, like you said, trying to corner the market and artificially inflate, the thing. But I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's see. SG, in my opinion, a scalper is more maximum profit driven, while a reseller will sell a part lower if he has enough surplus / profit on the whole lot.
I like that.
But the gray part is what is enough. Well, that's a good question, right?
That's a good comment. I like that.
Chef Eddie, a scalper sells sealed, unopened sets bought for the specific purpose of reselling them. A reseller sells used sets, which has been played with.
Oh, I guess I'm both.
Well, I was going to say, then you can't ever sell, if you have an issue with that, that would be
Sealed
saying
sets.
You can't sell something. Like, what if you bought it and you just didn't use it? Like, you decided, I don't want to build these.
Yeah.
Right? Like, your sand crawler. You have the UCS sand crawler.
Yeah.
Are you ever going to build it? I don't know. We'll see.
If I sell it, I'm a scalper. Okay. I've
Uh,
had that thing for like 8 years.
Studabricker 2845 says, "Are you asking for a friend?" LOL.
Yeah.
Ron Valance, I don't think there's a difference. They're all in it for making profit.
Sure.
Both buy several duplicate of the same set, and sometimes the set doubles in retail price.
True.
Here's one. Pasta Jensen, scalpers are scum. How do you really feel?
Whoa. There you go.
But resellers, not so much. I would say anyone can sell old sets on sites like Bricklink is doing a service. They do not make an artificial demand by emptying the market of a released set. Scalpers would also be a non-issue if people just manage to keep their cool and not have to buy it right away. Patience is king, and if you lose out, the earth will keep spinning. With that said, I sometimes wonder what Brickzar's agenda is with the tipper trucks.
Yeah. What's really going on?
Yeah. Someone commented, "It's not spinning though." I'm not going into that. We're not going into that. That's a whole different podcast. You're gonna go on that one.
It's not spinning though.
Mr. Wicked Paul, not an easy question to answer. Most resellers aren't overcharging like scalpers do. I don't know. I mean, go into Bricklink, you can find all kinds of crazy price stuff.
And, very expensive.
And it's old stuff, and I don't know. Is it? I don't know.
You know what? Really quick. So I was able to get my hands on a really old castle, Dungeon Master's Castle from 1992. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I saw you sent the picture of that.
The same one is available at our local Bricks and Minifigs. Do you remember how much it costs?
I haven't seen it at Bricks and Minifigs, so how can I remember?
You haven't seen it there? Have you been to our Bricks and Minifigs in South Jordan?
Yes.
You haven't seen it there?
How long has it been there?
Months.
Oh.
Many months. I was there just a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
Irregardless. $2,000.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, and they also have the Wolfpack Tower.
So
$950 for Wolfpack Tower. Okay? How much did I buy Dungeon Master's Castle for? The exact same one. By the way, it's complete with instructions, great condition, and I have the box. It is open though. It's been once, bricks are in like new condition. How much did I pay for it?
Wasn't
Guess.
it like $250? I want to say.
$225.
Okay.
$2,000. That's.
It's a little unfair because he did
That's-
tell us in the chat a week and a half ago. I just couldn't remember.
Irregardless, $2,000. That's scalper dumb right there. But it is bricks and minifigs, so what do you expect?
No.
But there you go. But that's where I would go like, huh, I'm gonna buy this.
But see, that doesn't fit into the, like, a lot of people, the scalper is cornering the market. Like, this is an old set.
Sure.
And, you know, it's, I don't know.
But the thing is, I can go on Bricklink and find that for a third of the price, used, but a third of the price, and it's in great condition. You know?
So I don't look at that as a scalper. I just look at it as a irrational seller.
A very irrational. Hey, what's the difference between a rational seller and a scalper? There's your next poll.
I mean, so think about this. All right, I'll ask you this. So your airport shuttle,
Yeah.
would you sell it? If I wanted to buy it from you, would you sell it to me?
No.
What if I gave you $100,000? Would you sell it to me?
Well, money talks, right?
Well, you know what I'm saying.
I see what you're trying to say. Yeah.
So you know, and a store is a little bit different, but some people may not want to sell certain
Make
things.
sure you take this.
Are you leaving?
Are you leaving, Jimmy?
Yeah.
Do you want to say goodbye to the folks?
Sure.
Mommy's here to get Jimmy.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for coming, buddy, and showing off your vehicle.
Yeah.
Is there anything you want to say before you go?
Have a good rest of the stream, I guess.
Thanks, buddy.
Thank you.
Appreciate that.
But what you're supposed to say is we'd like to thank today's sponsor.
You want to leave it here? All right, good. Whoa! Oh, he spilled this. He spilled the water. Ta-da!
We've got soap suds
Oh,
on
crap.
Interstate.
All the water fell out, and yeah, not good. Hold on back there. Should I be wearing a helmet? No. How come you are? I'll tell you later.
I'm also wearing pants.
Yeah.
Did you need to go say anything to your wife?
Well, she wants to come down here and say hi. No, I'm good.
Okay. Just say we can pause if you need to.
Well,
We're good.
see ya, guys.
See you, buddy. Take care, man.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Jimmy.
What were we talking about? Oh, yeah, the comments.
Yeah.
We
Let's see.
needed a positive break there because we were getting really negative.
That's okay.
Is there-
I mean, I think it's one of those things where everyone has their opinion. There's no right or wrong answer.
This is true.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Oh, here you go. Utini
Utini!
says, I'd say any difference is just an emotional one. A scalper is a reseller someone doesn't like. So I say essentially no difference.
There's a difference.
Well, and it's
I'm
funny
not
because you
emotional.
remember when I went and bought that Indiana Jones set and I told you
Yes,
the guy bugged me?
yeah,
Because he wasn't a Lego guy.
Yeah.
And I mean, you know.
Yeah.
And he wouldn't come down on the, I was going to buy the second Indy set, but he wouldn't come down on the price if I bought both. I was
man.
like, come on. You know.
Yeah.
But I didn't call him a scalper. I just didn't like him. Anyway,
You don't like the guy.
there you go.
You don't like your prices. You don't like your attitude. All right, good. What was the other one?
So there we go. The other what? Poll?
Yeah, are we going to do the
That
other poll?
was the other poll.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
We did the do you like this?
I thought you said there were three. Is that
Well,
what we
there
got to
is.
say that
We'll
one?
do the next one next week.
Sorry, guys. Cut
We'll
that
be
out.
back on regular schedule.
Back to our regularly scheduled program.
Yeah. Do we want to do a couple paddle things here?
Let's do the paddle things. Yeah.
Okay.
I have one.
Oh, you do? Would
Yeah.
you want to make your statement?
I'm going to make my statement, and I think we're both going to agree on this one. But I'm just kind of curious.
I disagree.
Me too.
Oh, no, I
There you
agree.
go. Let's
then.
move around. Let's move right along. So my question is this, for agree to disagree. A lot of people are begging Lego to bring back the classic theme of pirates and castle. But I would make the argument that they already have.
So what is your statement? I'm
My
agreeing
statement
to
is-
disagree.
Has Lego already brought back the castle and pirate themes? Think about what they've come out with recently. Not including Bricklink, not the Bricklink sets.
Okay.
Just the Lego sets that they've brought out that are pirate and castle themed. Okay?
Okay.
You ready? Mm-hmm. And go. Okay.
I mean, there's a little bit of gray area because they've come out with a few castle sets, and there was like the Creator 3-in-1 pirate shipwright or whatever.
They had the pirate, but that was a city set. I would say that's a city set. I'm talking about Pirates of Barracuda Bay.
Oh, okay.
And I'm talking about El Dorado Fortress.
And they had, the gift with purchase that was like, I don't know, the Scary Shark Pirate Island, whatever that little thing was.
Oh yeah, that's right.
There was the Wizard Merlin's thing. There was
They had the blacksmith, the medieval blacksmith.
Yeah, and there was also the one with the forestman.
The gift with purchase, forestman. Yeah. You're right.
So I mean, they've dabbled in it, but I would say they haven't brought it back because.
What in your mind? Okay, what officially means castle is back? What do you have to see from them?
You need to go to the Lego store and there's a section that's castle. That's what it is.
Okay.
One set doesn't make it a theme. I mean, even Indiana Jones has 3 sets in a section, and it's going away. Thumbs down to that.
Boo. So I do agree with why you disagree, because for me to say the theme is back, it has to be the theme. It has to be like, okay, there's probably 3 to 5 Lego sets of the theme that is available at any one time, and it has to keep going, like the city sets, right? We see a new wave of city sets twice a year.
Yeah.
Right? And they try to diversify a little bit, but it's essentially the same kind of stuff. So why don't they just do that with Castle or Pirates? That's what I would have to see to say, yeah, officially it's back. Now, I do love that they've come out with what they have, and that's actually a pretty good amount of stuff. But they're also kind of top dollar things. They're pretty expensive. You're not going to go and find a $50 pirate or castle set. You know, they're either going to be a gift with purchase or $200+. Or I think the cheapest one is like the medieval blacksmith at $180.
Yeah, I mean, unless you want to, you could make an argument, I guess, that the Viking village is part of that. It's adjacent.
But the Viking village was an idea set.
No, I understand that, but that one's like 120, right?
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. That's maybe the cheapest.
$130,
that or that pirate. Like that. Creator 3-in-1, whatever.
The 3-in-1 pirate ship.
But the bigger thing is, kind of to your point. Okay, they make a ship. Well, what does that ship do? It needs someone to fight or somewhere to go. Like, when they came out with the Pirates of the Caribbean line, I know that's a little different, but it's not like they just made the Black Pearl. They made that, and they had
back in the day,
and they had different scenes.
Before Star Wars ruined everything, they had great themes. Like they had the 4 basic classic themes, and there were always new ships or bases. Like the Pirates, they had their little outposts, like their hidden outposts on an island, and they were very clever on how they had those set up.
And they had a lot of them that were small pickups.
Or large.
Nowadays they would probably be like a $20 or a $30 set.
Right. Yes, you're right. Something that was like $12 back then would be like $25, $30 now. But that was, but yeah, I thought about like, they actually, because I saw someone's like, they were venting at Lego in the comments section about bring back Castle, bring back Pirates. And I thought, you know what? We've actually got quite a few of those in recent years. More Castle than Pirates. But I was like, you know what? Maybe they are back. But I agree that it's got to be like the theme that you see in a section on shelves.
So why do you think they don't bring it?
I think they did, because their tests, I think, were somewhat negative when they brought back, was it Castle back in 2015, something like that? Yeah. And it went nowhere.
Well, that's exactly it. Like, these are the things we say, we want this, we want this. Like, for example, space. Everyone made a big deal. We want classic space, we want classic space. And the Galaxy Explorer, at first, it sold out. Yeah. But then it was a lot like the BTS. You could get it on clearance at Walmart for half off, and they couldn't give them away. Right. And yeah, some people may have missed out because they didn't, whatever. But
yeah, but again, that's a one-off.
I think that, but the point I'm trying to make is I think the issue is we say we want it, but is that market big enough for them to support doing that? Right. And is it something kids want? Because that's where they're at. You and I don't want dreams. They keep making it. Yeah. Why do they make it?
Because it's a toy.
Be selling.
It has to
and
sell.
And if it doesn't sell, then we won't see it in a year or 2. Yeah. Right? Yeah. Just like with some of those sets we see. So.
Yeah, you're not wrong, man. So anyway, that's my contribution to agree to disagree.
All right. Okay, here we go. I have one.
All right, ready?
Alex will go to Brickworld Chicago one day.
Ooh. Okay.
Tell me when you're ready.
I'm ready.
3, 2, 1.
I don't think I will, huh?
I don't think you will.
Well, okay, so it's funny you asked this question because I was talking to Mindy about this not 2 days ago. Okay. I said, you know what? If circumstances were different with our kids, would you ever want to go with me on a trip to like Lego conventions? Like we go get a hotel, drive out there, fly out there, whatever, just you and I. And she said, yeah, I would love that. Because I would love that too. I could spend time with you and do something that I love doing and seeing Lego creations without the kids. Not saying that my kids wouldn't enjoy it or that I don't want my kids to be there. It's just that they would be a drag.
Yeah.
They would be like, okay, that's why I love the local convention, because they can show up for 30 minutes. They're like, all right, I'm tired. I want to go home.
Yep.
Right? No, I want to go there for the full experience. So that's why I feel like eventually, as soon as I have an opportunity in my life where it makes sense and I can do it, you know, and not feel like, okay, or no, it's not so much me, but Mindy can go away from the kids, not feel like, I hope they're okay. Oh, I hope that, because we got to arrange this or that. Because they're not in a circumstance where we trust them to be alone for a long period of time, or even for a day, honestly. Yeah. So we're still young kids. Josh is he's gonna be 18 next year, but Jimmy, he still needs guidance and watching. So I would say yes, it will happen, hopefully sooner rather than later, because that seems like a kind of fun thing for me to do eventually, you know. Like I don't travel a lot. I'm a homebody.
And that's why I went with the thumbs down.
Yeah.
Because I'm like,
but
if it's not dirt biking and, or, you know,
out there getting dirt,
in Southern Utah, that's just not your thing. And that's
I don't like crowds. I don't like being around a lot of people. Not that I'm antisocial. I can be a social person. I can, you know, put that face on like, hey, it's great to see you. But I like my peace and quiet. You know, that's why I like going into my Lego City in the basement and doing my creating. Yeah. Like Mindy even said, like, we should go, would you want to go to a Giants game soon? And I said, I love doing that. It was like tradition that we would do that every year, go out there and watch a few games. But I don't like going there anymore because it's just, well, first off, it's too expensive. Yeah. You go into a crap motel, and it is so expensive, and you don't feel safe. So I'm like, I'm not going to spend $400 a night on a hotel that's halfway decent. And this is my own stomping grounds, you know? Yeah. Like, this is where I grew up as a little kid, and it's just not the same anymore, you know? So it's expensive, it's crowded, and I'm like, I'm good. Let's just stay home. But Lego conventions, I think that's my future, and I would love to get more involved in that in the future, because those are my people, right? And that was something I really enjoyed about your video, too. And it was like seeing all these other people, like, oh man, it's so cool to meet people. Yeah. See these people that I know from video, like Shy, for example, you know, or other content creators, or people that watch our show. Yeah. Man, it'd be great to see people who watch this. Like when you met Joe Bowling out there and his daughters, I was like, oh man, that'd been so cool to meet them. You know,
yeah. That was the funnest part. You know, I think my wife and I agreed. You know, Joey joked the whole weekend, like, "Oh, you're a big deal." Like, I'm not a big deal.
He is,
but
he's kind of a big deal. So very cool. But it was cool to get recognized, right?
People it was fun. It was it was a very interesting experience. So I don't know. Should we have my wife come say what it was like?
Did you like it, Tanya? She gave a thumbs up, kind of hesitantly. Oh, okay.
Oh, you wanna?
Oh, what are you gonna give it here? Hey, was that how? Let's give it 2 thumbs up. All right.
So, did you want to know something funny?
Yes, please.
We were in the convention, like we had just got there. This was Thursday, and they'd opened Wednesday, and people were starting to set up, but we didn't get there till Thursday. Okay. So we got in, and we had walked in the convention, and we were probably there 60 to 90 seconds, if that. And someone's like, "Hey, Jason! Oh, we want a picture with you and with Tanya. Wow. We love Tanya in the episodes."
The second person, remember?
Well, they were together, weren't they? Oh, that's right.
And there was some guys like, "I recognize that voice."
Yeah. That's awesome. Love it. Look at you.
Anyways.
Celebrities right here.
No.
That's cool. For getting my picture taken, that's so cool. Wow. I'm very lucky to be able to be with this guy.
Yeah. So I can tell people where he is or where he is not.
Where's Alex? Oh, sorry. I was at home washing my tights.
All right.
We got to do one more of these?
We can do one more. All
right.
I'm trying to look. I don't want to do this one. I think this is too much conversation. So let's skip it for next time.
Okay. A little less conversation.
Okay, we'll do this one. I have a hard time letting go of Lego that I know I should probably get rid of.
Ooh. Ooh.
And I debated putting that, like, this might be too much conversation.
Well, say that again.
I have a hard time letting go of Lego that I know I should probably get rid of.
I think we know everybody's response to that collects Lego. All right, ready?
Ready, go. You agree?
I agree that it's a wait. Hold on. Did I do a negative?
Oh yeah, no, I have a hard time. Yes, I have.
Yeah, I have a very hard time. Like, wow, you're just let it
no,
go.
I let it go. No, yes, I.
Well, it can't be 3 for 3 on agreeing.
Okay, do you want me to come with another one?
But no, but let's explore the topic.
Okay.
I mean, it's pretty obvious. I mean,
So I've been thinking about this a lot recently. Like, I mean, you look around. I mean, this is.
yeah, your fantasy sets are going nuts. He's got this like
I don't know where to
so
put
many
them.
fantasy sets that are just stacking up over here.
This bag
it's
here
almost
is
covering
full of,
your Star Destroyer.
This bag here, this big bag, is
Yeah.
full of sets that were on shelves and now they're in bags ready to be put away, and I don't have anywhere to put them. I don't know.
Your space issue is worse than mine.
I know.
It is.
I know.
His space issue is worse than mine, and I operate in space.
Well,
Yeah, no,
there's
that's
people that live in my basement, unfortunately.
no, that's a damper. They'd have to live underneath the city if they were in mine. But even underneath the city is getting kind of crowded.
Jimmy
But no,
just wants a
that's-
couch. That's all.
He just wants a
man.
couch down there, man. Yeah, gosh darn it.
Oh.
No, that's a tough one. I have a really hard time. Just like even the land sets, like that I try to donate or give away, and I'm like, I kind of like these, but I don't have anywhere to put them.
Yeah.
But it is still difficult to just kind of give them away. Even though I'm like, I would have never bought this anyway, you know? So it's on multiple levels with me.
Yep.
But yeah, that's so tough, man. Yeah. But what did Tiago say in his...
Sitting on a stoop?
Yeah, when he was talking to Shai, he says he keeps all those sets.
Yeah. Yeah.
He must have...
Well-
he puts them in his attic?
Yes, that's
he
what he's
must-
saying. But he says he's run out of space there.
No kidding.
Yeah.
I can only imagine his collection of
Yeah.
sets from LAN alone.
We'll talk about that in the next episode because there was a topic we mentioned last time we were going to bring up, but we absolutely will bring it up next episode.
Okay.
But we do have to do one other thing first
Okay.
because we didn't do it last week.
Oh man, we got to do this thing. So let's do it right now.
Old guy.
You sure?
Okay, so we have to bump it up. We're gonna do 9 because we missed a week.
Okay.
So we'll go through here. So transfinite cardinals.
I was almost expecting to say Arizona.
I don't know. I can't remember. It's been too long since I watched it.
Hey, it's the Monopoly guy.
It looks like it, but it's a. Guess what kind of shirt it is?
Oh, they might be gigantes.
Yes. Then he's wearing Star Trek.
Oh my gosh, it's good not to wear a red shirt. Jabbo is smarter than I thought. But he's playing with Star Wars sets.
That's the part that was funny about
My
the
gosh.
episode.
That's
Coming
great.
down here, this is where he starts to talk about yellow trucks. He went on a little
Yellow trucks.
a few days where he was doing that because of the new one. Wore his brag shirt.
Brag
Do you know what that stands
95.
for? Because we
Let's
see a few
see.
of them.
Boring race cars on.
On? That'd be Brog. Age.
Oh, it's an A. Sorry.
It's bike ride across Georgia.
I don't want to brag or anything, but I did ride my bike across Georgia
In 95.
in '95. Back in '82, used to throw a pigskin a quarter mile.
Would have gone pro.
Would have
Sitting
gone
in a
pro.
hot tub right now with my soulmate.
Hey, wow,
next
he's
one.
really bragging about that. isn't he?
93, yes. Another
Atlanta
brand shirt.
to Savannah. Savannah. He's got his mic in that one. Johnny Thunder.
I think that might have been a Brickzar answer thingy.
Oh.
I don't remember what he called it. Yes, Johnny Thunder.
Johnny, the original adventurer.
Yep.
1998. I thought he was before that.
No, but he's been in 4 decades. I do remember that, and I'll remember that for the rest of my life now.
Oh yeah, it is.
That's a
That is.
trivia
I
question.
keep forgetting we're old, and then,
Yeah.
this is
98. Wait, that means I've been alive for
98.
eight decades, it seems
98.
like. I don't know.
My goodness.
Okay. Next we have Scratches Records, Austin, Texas.
Scratch this. Oh, okay. That's cool. What is it? Obscure T-shirts he's got.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
man.
back to brag some
Man,
more.
he is really bragging. Wait, where's 93?
It was up here.
No, that was 90. Oh, that was
That's 93, that's 95,
Four.
94.
Oh, okay.
They just weren't in order.
Man, all right.
All
Get it in order.
He might
Get
have-
your shirts in
maybe
order.
I
Maybe
displayed
you're
them
out of
wrong.
order.
I
huh?
don't know. I don't feel confident enough to say that. And then the last one here.
REM.
Yeah, REM.
Oh.
And he reviews this Ninjago set. He says, "This has never been reviewed by anyone online."
No kidding. Wow.
Well, there was a kid that did a time lapse of building it or something.
Oh.
I remember saying that. So.
Wow, that's interesting. That's kind of hard to find, that you can't find content on a particular Lego set. All right. Was that all 9 of them already?
That's all of them.
Javo.
We were
nice
pretty quick today.
job on the shirts, and way to brag, my man.
Woo! Yeah, I didn't realize he was a big bike rider, so that's kind of cool.
That is actually really cool. I am not a biker. Man, people, like, biking is an expensive hobby, whether it's like road biking or mountain biking. My goodness.
I know. My daughter's been doing it.
Now, I will say this. I'm all about the e-bikes, man, because, hey,
because it's a motorcycle.
It's a motorcycle. That's what you're doing. You're just zooming around on a motorcycle, and you're looking all cool. Back in my day, when I was your age, we had to pedal our bikes.
That's right. And there was one big wheel in the front. Oh, not that far?
Dude, those were great days. That front wheel was so worn through. It had holes in it.
Yeah.
That's because you'd have to peel out, you know. And if you got the e-brake on it, that's even cooler because you could then do a power slide. That was so awesome. The plastic wheels on a
We're
street.
talking about a big wheel, right?
Yeah.
For those that don't know what we're referring
big
to.
wheels. Because you're like up there and you got you're like,
yeah, you were cool. So you want to...
Yeah.
Do you want to know a story about a big wheel?
Oh, here we go.
I was a kid. I must have been 4. I couldn't have been more than 5 because we moved out of Vegas when I was 5. So I got the brilliant idea to take my big wheel up to my room.
Uh-oh.
So I'm carrying it up the stairs. It didn't end well. It ended at the bottom of the stairs with me and the big wheel.
I was thinking one of two things is going to happen. You're either going to go down the stairs or go on the roof.
No, I didn't make it. I fell.
You fell down?
I fell down the stairs
trying to
with
haul
the
that
big wheel.
You were 4? That
4
thing
or
must have
5.
been massive to you.
Well, that's why I probably fell. Because my mom, she's like, what are you doing? And I was like, I wanted to take it up to your room. Why? You know, when you're a kid, there was no reason to take it to my room, but...
Because you saw...
Why did they take arms off of minifigs? I don't know, because kids do stupid things.
Yes, like pull their big wheels up the stairs.
That's right.
I don't think I ever did that.
You did your own kind of stupid things.
I rode, I think everybody rides...
Like throw eggs at the car wash.
Yeah, there was that, yes. Ride a laundry basket down the stairs.
Yeah.
I've done that. Or a box. That never ends well, especially if the box is too short. You're like, oh, here we go. That went differently than in my head.
My grandparents, they had this house. It was a nice house. And this is down in Southern California. And they had a laundry chute upstairs. So we got...
Snap. Okay.
My cousins got the big idea. I was the younger one. They're like, let's put him down the
was it a
laundry
slide?
chute.
Or was it just a drop?
It was just a hole.
Dude, we had a laundry chute in California. I mean, it was just a hole under the sink, in the cabinet.
Well,
and
this
it
was
went
a
straight
hole
down
that
in the
went,
garage.
you know, there was a cabinet, you open the door, and it just went straight down into the laundry room.
Yeah, those things were brilliant. Why don't we see those anymore? Probably because people were hurting themselves. But I went through that a number of times. Yeah, because I was like, I was little, and my sisters were all big. I had 4 older sisters. And they got this idea of like, they lower you down. They lowered me down, though. I didn't fall through it.
Well, it wasn't like that. They were lowering me or whatever.
Okay, yeah.
We did get caught.
Oh, yeah. Well,
the older ones got in trouble.
Yep. Why would you think that's a good idea? You can hit your head and crack it up and Mom's the worst case scenario. Always the worst case scenario. I'm like, we're fine. We knew what we were doing. You know?
You could be dead.
I know, but now as an adult, I go like, what are you doing? I'm like, I did the same stupid stuff when I was a kid, even dumber.
Yeah.
But there was no one around to film it.
It's too bad. You could have made money.
Yeah, I guess. Or just got on fail videos every time.
Damn.
Epic fail. All right.
Okay.
Yeah, good stuff, man. We good?
Yeah, I think we've gone a while.
Yeah, that was probably one of the better segments for food. In this case, drink, root beer.
You had the candy bar with the E on it. That was pretty
That
good.
was good. But this was the quickest I've ever downed something.
I think next time we're gonna have something from a different continent.
Uh-oh. Yeah, that's right. We are gonna go.
You brought it, don't you?
No, you're right. I did bring it. It's already been brought. So yeah.
Oh.
All right.
All right.
Well, this was a thumbs up episode. I think I have no idea what the heck we talked
We should
about.
ask them. Was it a thumbs up?
Are you giving us a
was it
thumbs up or thumbs down? Yeah, we might know the answer to that, but we hope you guys at least were entertained by what we had to share today. As when we rambled on a lot in this one, didn't we? You guys got
I met someone, you know what they told me? I will tell you
don't know
this,
if I
and then
wanna
we can
know
be
this.
done.
All right.
They said, I love it when you give Alex a hard time. Like, that was the only thing they told me they like about the show.
Why?
I laughed. I was like, that's funny.
Why?
I'm like, okay, I'll do it for you.
Every episode. Well, you must. Yeah, he's probably like. Who
It
loves
was
this
a lady.
morning? Oh, a lady.
Yes.
Yeah. Love when you give Alex a hard time. Well, then this is the podcast for you.
Yeah, he deserves it.
Yeah, because everyone deserves a hard time. Nah, it's all good. Awesome. Okay.
Okay.
Well, you taking us out?
Sure. Well, with that, we'd like to thank Jimmy and his community bathtub. And we'd like to thank
Today's sponsor. This episode of Breaking News is brought to you by the Mobile Bathtub. Running late? Well, we've got some great news for you. Hop into the bathtub and bathe on the way to work. Just watch those corners.